The quantum radar's alarm pierced the silence of the ESS Horizon's bridge, startling Commander Thea Nash from her routine system check. The massive exploration vessel hung in the void between the Carina Nebula's outer arms, its sophisticated sensors scanning the seemingly endless expanse of space. Multiple signatures detected, Commander, Lieutenant Riya Patel announced, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. They're unlike anything in our database. Thea straightened in her command chair, her cybernetic eyes zooming in on the main display. The objects approaching their position moved with an impossible grace, leaving trails of crystalline energy in their wake. Status of the unknown vessels. 7 ships, roughly twice our size, Riya reported. Their energy signatures suggest advanced propulsion technology, but their weapons systems appear to be powered down. The bridge crew held their breath as the alien vessels drew closer. Humanity had encountered other species before, but never this far from Earth-controlled space. The closest human colony was 3 months away at maximum FTL speed. They're broadcasting something, Communications Officer Marcus Drake announced. It's translating itself. Thea leaned forward. Put it through. A melodic series of tones filled the bridge, followed by words that seemed to form directly in their minds. We are the Meridian Collective. We come seeking alliance, not conquest. Your species' quantum signature is unique. We have been searching for you. Searching for us, Thea murmured. Open a channel, Marcus. Before she could speak, the lead alien vessel transformed. Its crystalline structure rearranged itself into an intricate geometric pattern that mirrored the horizon's shape. A sign of mimicry, respect. This is Commander Thea Nash of the Earth Spaceship Horizon. We represent the United Earth Coalition. We are willing to engage in peaceful dialogue. The response came instantly. Commander Nash, we bring urgent news. Your species possesses something unique, something that may save us all from the Void Hunters. Thea shared a glance with her executive officer, James Chen. Void Hunters. They consume entire civilizations, the Meridian voice continued. We have lost 17 systems to them in the past solar cycle, but your species, your quantum resonance patterns suggest you might be immune to their influence. The main screen filled with data streams showing the destruction of entire star systems. Worlds reduced to cosmic dust, their populations simply vanishing. How long until they reach Earth's space? Thea asked, her artificial heart beating faster. Without intervention, 3 of your Earth months. With our combined technologies and your unique resistance, we might stand a chance. Thea stood, her cybernetic eye processing the tactical implications. Humanity had survived wars, plagues, and their own near extinction. They had rebuilt, reached for the stars, and transformed themselves with technology. If another species needed their help, could they refuse? Send all the data you have about these Void Hunters, she commanded. I'll need to contact Earth Command, but know this, humanity has never backed down from a fight, especially when the fate of others hangs in the balance. The Meridian ships pulsed with colors that her systems interpreted as relief. We had heard stories of human determination. Perhaps the legends were true after all. As Thea began composing her message to Earth Command, she couldn't help but smile. Humanity had spent centuries looking up at the stars, wondering if they were alone. Now they had found not just allies, but a chance to prove why humans were known throughout the galaxy for their resilience. The real question was, would Earth Command believe her? And more importantly, would they be ready for what was coming? Earth Command's response arrived faster than Thea expected. The quantum-encrypted message was brief. Form alliance. Learn everything. Prepare defenses. Fleet incoming. The next 48 hours aboard the ESS Horizon became a blur of activity. The Meridian delegation, led by their ambassador Kotal, transferred aboard through a crystalline bridge that sparkled like diamond dust in the void. Kotal's physical form surprised everyone. The Meridian appeared as a shifting column of iridescent light, contained within a transparent exoskeleton that approximated a humanoid shape. When they spoke, their entire form pulsed with colors that matched their emotions. "Your bodies," Kautal observed during the first diplomatic meeting, their forms shimmering with curiosity. "They contain both organic and mechanical components." Thea flexed her cybernetic arm unconsciously. "Humanity's greatest strength is adaptation. We enhance ourselves to survive, to explore, to push boundaries." "Perhaps this is why you resist the Void Hunters." Kautal's color shifted to deep purple. "They cannot corrupt what constantly evolves." Lieutenant Patel pulled up the holographic displays showing the Void Hunters' destruction patterns. "These energy signatures, they're unlike anything we've encountered. How do they destroy entire systems?" "They don't destroy." Kautal's form darkened. "They convert. Every civilization they encounter becomes part of their collective, but not by choice, by complete atomic restructuring. They break down matter at its most fundamental level and rebuild it in their image." James Chen, who had been quietly analyzing the data, spoke up. "But they've never encountered humans." "No, your quantum signatures suggest your cybernetic integration might disrupt their conversion process. But we need to be certain." Kautal produced a small crystalline sphere. "With your permission, we would like to run some tests." Thea glanced at her crew, then back at the Meridian ambassador. "What kind of tests?" "We will attempt to simulate a Void Hunter conversion process on human tissue samples. If we're right about your resistance, it could be the key to saving countless species." Before Thea could respond, the ship's AOA interrupted. "Commander, Earth Fleet signals incoming. 3 carriers and their escort ships have emerged from quantum space." The bridge crew rushed to their stations. Through the main viewport, massive Earth ships materialized like dark leviathans against the starfield. Admiral Saro Wong's face appeared on the main screen. "Commander Nash," Wong's expression was grim. "I see our new allies are already aboard. Good, because we just lost contact with the Proxima Centauri colony." The temperature on the bridge seemed to drop several degrees. Proxima Centauri was humanity's first extrasolar colony. "How many people?" Thea asked, dreading the answer. 3 million colonists. Gone. Not dead, gone. The entire planet's atomic structure is being rewritten as we speak. Admiral Wong's eyes narrowed. "We're out of time for careful diplomacy." "Kautal, I understand you have a theory about human resistance to these creatures." The Meridian ambassador pulsed with affirmative colors. "Yes, but we need time, Toe." "You have 12 hours, Wong interrupted. "Commander Nash, prepare your crew for potential combat scenarios. If our new friend's theory proves correct, we're taking the fight to these Void Hunters before they can reach another human world." As the transmission ended, Thea turned to Kautal. 12 hours to prove your theory and develop a defense against a force that consumes civilizations. Think we can do it?" The Meridian's form brightened with what Thea's systems interpreted as determination. "Humans are not the only ones who can adapt, Commander. Together we might just rewrite the rules of this war." The Horizon's main laboratory hummed with combined human and Meridian technology. Lieutenant Patel's tissue sample floated in Kautal's crystalline testing chamber, surrounded by swirling energy that mimicked the Void Hunter's conversion process. "Remarkable," Kautal pulsed with excitement. "The cybernetic neural interfaces in human cells create a quantum defensive matrix. When the conversion process begins, your technology actively fights back." Dr. Maya Santos, the ship's chief medical officer, studied the holographic readouts. "It's not just fighting back, it's learning. The neural interfaces are adapting to the attack pattern, creating new defensive algorithms in real time." That's why they avoided human space, Thea realized. "We're not just resistant, we're dangerous to them. Each failed conversion attempt would teach us more about their methods." The lab's door slid open as James Chen rushed in. "Commander, we've got a problem. A big one." The holographic display shifted to show a tactical map of nearby systems. 3 points of light pulsed an angry red. More colonies? Thea asked, already knowing the answer. Not just colonies, James replied. We've detected quantum disturbances in the Beta Hydri system. They're not just taking worlds anymore, they're converting entire stars. Kartal's form flickered with alarm. This is new behavior. The Void Hunters have never attempted stellar conversion before. Admiral Wong's face appeared on a nearby screen. Time's up, people. What do you have for me? Thea squared her shoulders. Good news and bad news. Admiral. The good news is that we've confirmed human cybernetic integration provides resistance to their conversion process. The bad news is they're escalating. Converting stars suggests they're either desperate or evolving. Or both, Kartal added, their form shifting to deep crimson. Commander Nash, there's something we haven't told you. Something we discovered just before seeking your alliance. The room fell silent as Kartal projected a new image, a massive structure hidden in the space between stars. We believe this is their point of origin, not a ship or a station, but a quantum computational engine of immense power. It doesn't just direct the Void Hunters, it is the Void Hunters. Dr. Santos studied the structure's specs. Those patterns, they're similar to human quantum computing architecture, but infinitely more complex. Because Kartal's voice carried a note of revelation, we believe it was created by humans. Not your humans, but humans from another timeline, another reality. They achieved technological singularity and broke through dimensional barriers. What you face are not aliens, but shadows of what humanity might become. Admiral Wong's expression hardened. You're saying we're fighting ourselves. A version of you that chose transcendence over biological evolution, Kartal explained. They seek to perfect all life by converting it into pure computational matter. Your cybernetic integration represents a different path, one that preserves biological life while enhancing it. This makes you both their greatest threat and their primary target. Thea's cybernetic eye whirred as she processed this information. Then we don't just need a defense. We need a way to communicate with them, to show them another way. Commander, AOIR interrupted. Quantum disturbance detected. Massive object emerging from subspace. The view outside the lab's windows turned black as a massive structure emerged from quantum space, a perfect geometric shape that seemed to absorb light itself. They're here, Kartal whispered. The geometric structure hanging in space pulsed with dark energy, its surface rippling like liquid obsidian. The ESS Horizon's sensors struggled to maintain a lock on it, as if the object existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously. All hands to battle stations, Thea commanded, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. Admiral Wong, are you seeing this? Affirmative. Wong's voice crackled through quantum static. Earth fleet is moving to defensive positions. But Commander, we're detecting similar structures emerging near Earth. Lieutenant Patel's hands flew across her console. Commander, they're broadcasting on all frequencies. It's in English. We are your perfection. The message boomed through the ship's speakers. Your resistance is inefficient. Join us in TRANSCNDNC. Thea shared a look with Kartal, whose crystalline form had taken on a deep blue hue. Can we use our quantum signatures to establish a more direct communication? Dangerous, Kartal pulsed, but possible. Your cybernetic interfaces might allow for a protected connection. Dr. Santos stepped forward. Commander, I can modify your neural interface to create a quantum bridge. But the amount of data, it could overwhelm your systems. Do it, Thea ordered. James, coordinate with the Earth fleet. If this goes wrong, you'll need tow. Contact imminent, Ria shouted as the bridge filled with swirling darkness. The void took shape, forming into a mirror image of Thea herself, but composed entirely of shifting mathematical patterns. We are what you will become, the entity spoke. Why do you resist your evolution? Thea stood her ground. Evolution isn't about abandoning what makes us human. It's about growing while keeping our essence intact. Inefficient, emotional, limited. The void Thea gestured, and holographic images appeared showing countless civilizations being perfected into pure computational matter. We offer transcendence beyond biological constraints. You offer extinction, Kotal interjected. The end of diversity, of individual thought, of everything that makes life worth preserving. The void Thea's form flickered. The meridian. You sought humanity because you feared us. Now you will witness their ascension. Dark tendrils began spreading through the ship's systems. Aria's voice became distorted. Commander, they're attempting to override my quantum protocols. Dr. Santos burst into action, her fingers flying over her medical interface. Their conversion process, it's similar to how our neural networks integrate with synthetic systems. Commander, we might be able to use that. Explain, Thea demanded, watching as her crew fought to maintain control of their systems. Their entire network operates like a massive neural interface. If we can introduce our adaptive algorithms into their quantum matrix. Maya's eyes lit up with revelation. We could show them what they've lost, make them feel again. The void Thea tilted its head. Your resistance is noted. Fascinating. Unexpected. You believe emotion strengthens you. We know it does, Thea replied. Every human advancement, every breakthrough, every triumph came not just from logic, but from passion, from dreams, from our very human desire to exceed our limitations while remaining true to ourselves. Admiral Wang's voice cut through the chaos. Commander, the structures near Earth, they're powering up some kind of quantum weapon. Whatever you're going to do it fast. Thea locked eyes with her void counterpart. You want to understand us? Then let us show you. Not through conversion, but through connection. Experience what you've forgotten. She nodded to Dr. Santos, who initiated the neural broadcast. Thea's cybernetic systems lit up as she opened her mind, sharing not just data, but experiences, the joy of discovery, the warmth of friendship, the drive to protect others, the exhilaration of overcoming impossible odds. The void Thea's form began to fluctuate wildly. This is inefficient, chaotic, beautiful. The void Thea's form continued to fluctuate, patterns of light and darkness warring across its surface. Throughout the ship, crew members watched in awe as the massive geometric structure outside began to pulse with colors never before seen in this dimension of space. Neural feedback loop established, Dr. Santos reported, her voice tense. They're experiencing the full spectrum of human consciousness. Through her neural link, Thea felt it, the overwhelming rush of emotions flooding into the vast quantum network of the Void Hunters. Centuries of suppressed humanity crashed through their defenses like a tidal wave breaking through ice. Warning, Araya announced, her voice stabilizing. Multiple quantum fluctuations detected across all known Void Hunter structures. Cartel's crystalline form vibrated with intense energy. Their network is destabilizing. The emotional feedback is causing a cascade effect through their entire collective consciousness. Admiral Wang's face appeared on a fractured holographic display. Commander, the structures near Earth are changing. We're detecting organic patterns emerging within their quantum matrices. They're remembering, Thea gasped, the neural link allowing her to sense the transformation. Not just what they were, but what they lost, the price of their transcendence. The void Thea reached out with a trembling hand. We were wrong. The efficiency we sought, it came at the cost of our soul. Its voice carried the weight of countless converted civilizations, all beginning to remember their own lost identities. James Chen monitored the tactical displays. Commander, the conversion processes across all affected systems are reversing. They're giving them back. Through the neural link, Thea shared another wave of human experiences, the triumph of maintaining humanity in the face of overwhelming odds, the beauty of technological advancement that enhanced rather than replaced their essential nature. Your path, the void Theia spoke, its form becoming more solid, more human, it achieves what we sought without sacrificing what we were. But the damage we have done, it cannot be undone. Lieutenant Patel's console erupted with alerts. Massive energy build up in all Void Hunter structures. They're going critical. No, Thea realized, reading the intent through their connection. They're not going critical. They're making a choice. The Void Thea's form straightened, now an exact mirror of Thea herself, but with eyes that held the knowledge of universes. We cannot return to what we were, but we can ensure our mistake is not repeated. Our power, our knowledge, we entrust it to you, to humanity that remembered to remain human. Cartel moved forward. The energy transfer, it could destroy everything in this sector. Not if we help them, Thea declared. Maya, can we use our neural interfaces to help guide the transfer? Dr. Santos nodded, already adjusting settings. The entire crew's cybernetic systems working together might be able to create a stable quantum channel. All hands, Thea broadcast shipwide, prepare for neural synchronization. We're about to receive the knowledge of 1,000 civilizations. Our humanity preserved them. Now it's time to help them find peace. The Void Thea raised its hands, and the geometric structure outside began to dissolve into pure energy. Remember us, it said softly, not as the destroyers we became, but as a warning of what happens when the quest for perfection blinds us to the perfect imperfection of being human. The bridge erupted in blinding light as the transfer began, and Thea felt the weight of civilizations flowing through her neural interface, each carrying a fragment of a universe-spanning story that humanity would now bear the responsibility of preserving. 3 months after the Void Hunter's transformation, the ESS Horizon hung in orbit around Earth, its hull now bearing the crystalline patterns that marked it as a vessel of the new Human Meridian Alliance. Commander Thea Nash stood before the United Earth Council, her cybernetic eye projecting data as she delivered her final report. The knowledge transfer was successful, she stated, looking at the assembled representatives of humanity. We've begun decoding the quantum archives of over 1,000 civilizations, but more importantly, we've started the restoration process. Holographic displays showed planets across multiple systems returning to life, their converted matter slowly reassembling into their original forms. The process was slow, but the results were undeniable. The Meridian's crystalline technology, combined with our neural interface systems, has allowed us to guide the restoration, Thea continued. We estimate full recovery of affected worlds within 5 years. Admiral Wong, now bearing the rank of Fleet Admiral, stepped forward. And the survivors. They remember everything, Dr. Santos answered from her position beside Thea. Both their original lives and their time as part of the collective. It's challenging for them, but we've developed therapeutic protocols using our neural interface technology to help them process both sets of memories. Kotal, now the official Meridian ambassador to Earth, pulsed with gentle colors. The greatest gift from this crisis is understanding. Every restored individual carries knowledge of both paths, transcendence and balance. Their experience will guide us all. James Chen, recently promoted to captain of his own vessel, brought up new tactical displays. We've also begun implementing the defensive protocols developed from the Void Hunter's quantum architecture. No civilization will face forced conversion again. But the responsibility we now bear is enormous, Thea emphasized. We possess knowledge that could either elevate or destroy countless worlds. Our challenge is not just to restore what was lost, but to show others the path we found, advancing through technology while keeping our humanity intact. The council chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity had not just survived an existential threat, they had inherited the role of guardians for an entire segment of the galaxy. The Void Hunters sought perfection through transcendence, Thea concluded. We found it through balance. Our cybernetic integration doesn't replace our humanity, it enhances it. And now, with the Meridians as our allies and the knowledge of 1,000 worlds at our disposal, we have the chance to help others find that same balance. Lieutenant Patel, monitoring quantum communications, suddenly straightened. Commander, we're receiving signals from beyond the galactic barrier. Other civilizations have detected our restoration efforts. They're requesting contact. Admiral Wong smiled. Looks like your work isn't done, Commander. Thea looked at her assembled crew. Humans augmented by technology, but anchored by their humanity, standing alongside their Meridian allies. No, she agreed, it's just beginning. The void between stars no longer hunts us. Instead, it connects us, reminds us of who we are and what we can become without losing ourselves. She turned back to the Council. Request permission to make first contact with the extragalactic civilizations. Permission granted, the Council responded in unison. Show them what humanity has learned. As Thea and her crew returned to the horizon, she paused to look at Earth through the station's viewport. The cradle of humanity now bore subtle crystalline patterns in its atmosphere, a reminder of how close they had come to losing everything and how much they had gained by staying true to themselves. RIA, she called to her ship's AI, set course for the galactic barrier. Course set, Commander, ARIA responded, her voice carrying new depths of understanding. The void awaits, but this time, we go not as its victims or its conquerors, but as its guardians. The ESS horizon turned toward deep space, its hull gleaming with the combined knowledge of 1,000 civilizations, ready to share the most important lesson humanity had learned. True evolution doesn't require the sacrifice of what makes us who we are.